Welcome back to Unless You Live Hardcore, everybody. I'm Kyle Forsyth here with the co-host Jake Ford. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? Good to see you. How you doing? What you
Good to
been up
see you over
to?
Zoom again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, right.
I got sick of seeing your face in person.
Yeah. Well, I'm back in New York, baby.
Yeah. Nah,
Back
man.
on top in
It
the
was
Big
nice
Apple.
just it was fun just bumping into you around town. I mean, you stayed with me for a couple days, but then also we sort of just bumped into each other a few times here and there, I think, when you were in town as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I came to 313 twice, so
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was good hanging out, man. It's good seeing all the homies. I don't even really think I got to see all the homies, but I got to see a lot of people. That was tight, you
Yeah.
know. Did my Ridley's weekend. I'm back in New York, dude.
How'd you
F-
feel about the Ridley's weekend?
I felt good
Mark
about
Ridley.
it. I
For
think,
anybody who doesn't know, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
yeah. I've been told that hosting there is hard, and it is.
Yep.
But I think I did pretty well.
Why do
Uh,
you feel it's hard there specifically?
I
Because it's
think they're
hard at
just,
any club.
mm, I think they're just a little bit more stuffy about the first comic than any other comedy club I've worked at. So I
How
don't know.
so?
I just, Thursday I just straight up bombed. Like, not straight up bombed. Like, I was getting laughs, but like I had a bunch of jokes like fall pretty flat, and I didn't feel like I did very good. I think I did like I would rate it like a 6 out of 10. I didn't eat shit, but I didn't do like amazing. And then Friday, better shows. I did, probably like 7 out of 10 sets. Did decent. Still had some stuff like fall kind of flat. Uh, and then Saturday, early and late show, I actually had the best shows I had all weekend. They're like
How so?
8 out of 10. I just had
Why?
like I just what do you mean? I just had better sets.
Well, I
Like,
mean, like, why do you feel it that way? Why do you feel they went
well,
better?
I really shouldn't have because I got super, super drunk on Friday and was nursing a pretty rough hangover on Saturday. I felt
Yeah.
like fucking shit going to the club on Saturday. And then somehow, turned it around. I was sipping ginger ale, shaking in the green room, like, I'm doing great, guys. I'm feeling amazing about tonight.
You know what's funny is I think last Saturday I had the same issue as Friday. I got a little too drunk, and then
Mhm.
but it was
Oh,
because
I
of
was
what
like
I drank.
throwing up before the show, like hours before the show.
Oh.
I was like, dude, I was staying at West Ward's house, and my buddy Steve, my old boss, had fucking the guy who got me blackout drunk for the first time I ever got blackout drunk. I drank with him that night, and it was stupid. I was pretty hungover when I got to Wes's house. Threw up at Wes's house.
Mm.
Uh, Took like a 30-minute like super hot shower, just trying to like sweat it out, and then I took a 3-hour nap before like I had to get up and go to the club. And yeah, by the time I got to the club, I was put together enough that I was able to do comedy.
Sounds like you went in harder than I did, but
Oh,
I had a
I went in way too hard on Friday. It was stupid.
I see.
It
I
was
didn't even.
irresponsible, actually.
Yeah. No, I did something irresponsible too. I didn't go that hard, but I did something irresponsible, and this is why I was like fucking hungover as shit on Saturday. I went to the Independent Comedy Club
Mhm.
after the show at the House of Comedy. We had one show at the House of Comedy on Friday. Ryan Davis was the headliner, and I wanted to go do a spot, go up at an open mic that night. So I went over to the Independent to go do a late night spot, and so I was like, all right, I'll have a few drinks. They're cheap as hell.
Yeah.
Ghost Light Bar attached to the Independent is cheap as fuck. Like, so I got a whiskey and Coke. All right, started on my night like that, and then
Nice,
they had a
nice.
signature drink over there, which was a Moscow Mule, basically with blue curacao. That's all it was. Like, and then so I had one of those, and then I was like, and then after I ordered it, I started drinking it in the back of the room of the Independent, and I realized I was like, oh, this is vodka and blue curacao. I was like, and I just drank whiskey and Coke. I was like,
Oh,
I
okay.
just switched from dark to light. And I was like, I guess I have to stick with light now. So I got like my last drink of the night was a vodka soda. I only had 3 drinks, but I switched from whiskey Coke to a mule with blue curacao and then went to a vodka soda. And the next day, my stomach was in fucking knots, dude. Like, I had like a little bit of a headache. I didn't feel like super hungover where like lights hurt my head and shit like that, you know? Like, it wasn't all that bad, but my stomach felt fucking horrible. Like, I couldn't eat shit like all day. I didn't feel like I wanted to eat anything. Like, it it really like I felt like shit just all day. I felt groggy and out of it and like
Yeah,
worn down.
I
Like
feel you, man.
yeah, and it
Dude, the
was just
last thing I
it was off of
remember,
3 drinks, dude. Like,
the
but it was just
last
because I
thing,
switched. I switched
oh,
like liquors.
yeah, yeah. Oh, did
Can't
you
do
wake
that
up with a little
anymore,
tummy ache?
dude. It was a bad stomach ache,
Bad
man.
tummy
Like,
ache,
dude,
dude.
I was like, I had those liquid shits all day. You know, those
Yeah.
hangover shits. Just
See,
man, I
I'm a
was pissing out
dumbass.
my ass.
I'm a dumbass because the last thing I remember before like passing out on Friday night is that like I was over at my buddy Steve's like girlfriend's apartment with him and they made me like a an espresso martini and it does not and I don't know if you ever had an espresso martini, but
I have
it doesn't taste like alcohol at all. Just
no,
tastes like coffee.
yeah.
So I just like slammed that and I was like, "Ooh, that's delicious. Can you make me another one?" They made me another one, fucking slammed that. So I had 2 martinis within like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And I think I might have blacked out again that night as well. But thank God
yeah, man.
nothing bad happened, dude. I
I
didn't
get I
uh
finished that mule and that vodka soda pretty quick back to back. The whiskey and Coke I sipped on for a
yeah,
while.
well, I was already on like 6 beers at this point too, and I'm like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I let
You
it
gotta
get out of
also
control.
remember though, you drink more often than I do, so you have a little higher tolerance than
I
I do
do,
too,
yeah.
even. I don't drink much of
I
ever, so
don't have a high tolerance at all though. I really
but
don't.
you've got a higher one than I do, I'm willing to bet. I don't drink I'll have usually 1 or 2 cocktails, maybe. Like that's usually my and like 3 is when I'm like feeling it.
I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
I
Like
never drink liquor, so your 1 or 2 cocktails would probably rifle my 3 to 4 beers that I
I
normally
only
have.
drink liquor. I don't drink
Then
anything
you probably
else.
have the same alcohol tolerance as me, Kyle.
I don't
If you're doing like 1, 2 cocktails, that's I usually have like 2 to 4 beers if I'm
How
drinking.
often in a week do you drink though?
Oh, I drink like once every 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't drink that often, dude.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All
Yeah.
right. For some reason, I thought it was like more often than that. I
No, I
guess
drink
I
like
don't
a
know.
couple times a month, dude.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I mean, maybe occasionally I'll come home and I'll have a beer if I feel like it, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna stop drinking this year. Actually, I really want to because it's so expensive in New York, and I also just want to like be more focused on shit
It's good
and
to.
not feel like shit.
I get it, man. I was just telling you before we started. I just got off smoking weed this week. I mean, I
Yeah.
will. I'm gonna.
Well,
I'm gonna.
the fact that I barely made it to the shows for Mark Ridley's, I was like, yo, I was like, dude. I mean, I'm still shocked that I like actually like killed those nights as host. Like I had like Joel came up to me, was like, "You did really great tonight," and I was like, "Thank you." I'm like, afterwards, I'm like about to run to the bathroom and be like, "I feel like shit." I'm just like pissing out my ass.
Yeah, dude. That's. I was doing that all day
Yeah,
Saturday, all day and all night. Yeah, it was rough. So I get it. But yeah, on like it's a good idea to quit some vices if you have multiple, man. That's like
yeah,
I am. I was just telling you before we started the pod, like I was saying, man. I just quit smoking weed this past week. That I so what happened is it's not even really like a mental thing. It's not like, oh, I need to stop doing it so I could be more focused or something like that. It's not really that. Like I could function perfectly fine while I'm high. Like honestly, I've done it for years and that's kind of the problem I think, but like it's not why I'm quitting. Why I'm quitting is I tried smoking bud for a while, just bud, cuz like I didn't like the vape carts and they kind of sketch me out because I'm like, I don't know statistics on this stuff. We don't have any long term, like we have no long term data on like what vapes will do to you, and that scares the fuck out of
yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
we don't know yet. It's like cigarettes in like the fucking 50s or whatever, you know, like or 70s. Like everybody thought the shit was awesome and they're all ripping them because there's like no long-term statistics on what it does to you yet. You know what I mean? Like people weren't looking at it. And then like so I don't know, that shit scared me. So I went to just Bud and then like Bud was like giving me a lot of mucus in my throat all the time where I felt like I was always like like just try to cough
Yeah,
mucus
trying to
out.
clear your throat.
Yeah,
Doing
and
doing
so
that shit constantly. That's
yep,
not fun either, yeah. It's
hated it. So
gross.
I was like, all right, I got to get off like the bud, like the flower, the weed, you know. I was like, I got to maybe I'll try vaping again, like the fucking vapes. I like the weed vapes. Tried the weed vapes again and those things just kind of make my throat hurt. Like they don't make me flimmy, but they make my throat hurt. And it's like I was just like, all right, I think I'm just done smoking weed. I was like, I think I'll do an edible at night when I get home from work and I'm like getting ready for bed or something, you know,
Yeah,
like a
I think
fucking
edibles
mom.
might be the way to go, honestly, dude. Edibles seem to be the healthiest way to consume weed.
Yeah, I'm
Until you
just
accidentally eat too many and you fucking jump out of the hotel window.
oh, dude, I've man, I and that's the thing is like I would
Isn't
when I
that
was
how that like
smoking
Wu
weed,
Tang guy like chopped his dick off? The Wu Tang affiliated guy?
I
He
don't
like took
know.
too many edibles and like chopped his dick off and hopped out a hotel window. He's not in Wu Tang. He was affiliated with Wu Tang.
I don't know anything about this, dude.
You didn't hear about that? This is a long time
No.
ago. This is back
Yeah,
in like
I don't know
this is
anything
like
about it.
early there's like early 2010s
I think you're
news.
just making this up, man.
No, no, this is a real thing.
Or it's something made up in the news, you know? They're like, "Oh, he
No,
chopped his dick off."
it's real.
No, I know,
It's the
but
real guy.
the edibles thing sounds like sensationalized for the media, where they're like, he chopped his dick off, and they're like, why? And the news is like, because he was doing weed. That's why. Don't do weed, kids, or else you'll cut your dick off. Like,
I think it
you
was
know, like,
yeah.
like it sounds like media portrayal of weed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Like,
that's like right around the time that like weed's becoming legalized too. So they're like just
yeah,
just spousing that fucking propaganda, dude.
kind of sounds propaganda-ish if you're asking me, but I could be wrong.
I
But
mean,
I think like so
Kyle,
for me, it's like,
you've never been so high on edibles that you wanted to chop your own dick off, dude.
nah, dude. I've done. I think the man when I was like smoking weed regularly, if I would do edibles, I'd tell anybody this. Like, I wasn't doing edibles unless I was doing at least 80 to 100 milligrams.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, like I wanted to go
Damn,
on a
dude.
journey if I was doing
I
edibles,
mean, I
man.
don't get me wrong. I've definitely had some fucking days where I'm just like, I'm gonna take like 150 right now and
Dude,
just get obliterated.
my
I think
worst
it's
time.
hilarious to just get absolutely wrecked on edibles, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. The
It's
worst one
very
that
fun.
the worst time I ever did this though was I was going on a work trip.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do this to yourself?
So
You were going on a work trip? Where were you working?
I
Were
was
you
working at
working
a
for
I,
a
I was working at
marijuana
a
place?
I was working at a market research company. Might as well have been. I was working
Oh
for a
my
market
god.
research company, and my boss was my high school best friend's mom, and it was also his. So the first time I ever
Okay.
smoked weed was at his graduation party at his parents' house. Like his mom didn't give a fuck. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
and so like also like I worked for her at the office, and like she would smoke us down midday. Like she was the biggest fucking pothead I knew. She was
The
like ripping,
fuck, dude?
dude. She was ripping
Why'd
cigarettes
you quit
in
this
the
job?
office.
I get it. You quit this job because you were walking around the office and I'm being like
No,
clearing
I
your
was
throat and shit.
no, dude.
We
I
don't have
quit
any
the
long term.
job.
You're the guy at the office too high, being like, "Yes, no, we don't have any like long term effects of what this shit does, right?"
I'll tell you why I quit. I quit because we were doing some real illegal shit there, man. Like
Oh, like really?
mad illegal. Yeah,
You
but
about to implicate yourself?
they
What'd you
got
do?
caught up in it. I don't
What'd
give
you
a
do?
fuck.
What'd
They
you
got
do?
caught. I didn't get caught. I
What'd you do,
left.
Kyle?
I quit. And none of my name. So, all right. What happened is I worked at this place, and we would do it was like a survey place. You would do surveys for products and like food or different random shit. You know, like that's what it was. Market research about products. And so we would like make up names and phone numbers and addresses and just fill out the surveys and like take the money or because like we'd pay out like $5 cash or
Wow.
something.
That is
Anything
heavy fraud, dude.
anything under $10 was paid out in cash for surveys. Anything above that was like paid out in check. So anything under $10, like I would just rack up a bunch of surveys in a day. My boss did it too. She had a whole book filled with names of people that she knew. And what she would do is if they had ones where it was like, so say like she had friends, she had like a book filled with like 200 people she knew with like their info in there. And she would like fill out the surveys for them and then cut the check for them. And then she had to deal with any of them. She's like, she takes a percent, like a part of the check. She's like, if you're getting X amount of money, then I get a kickback on it because I'm doing the survey for you and you don't have to come do it. And so like everybody was agreeing to it. I had friends who I was doing this for at the time too, dude. Like it worked, man. Like I was
It's
getting
a fucking
side money.
scam.
Yeah. So the company was starting to catch on to it, and I could tell.
I like you're so proud.
Well,
You're like, it works. I'm like, yeah, it's a scam, Kyle.
it worked
Scams
until it
work,
didn't.
dude.
It worked until it didn't. So here's what happened. I saw that the company was catching on. They were like getting suspicious of stuff and starting to inquire more about things. And like, so I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here before they get caught up. Like the rest of these people here, like my boss and everybody. I was like, they're going to get caught up. I got to get out of here. So I just one day like got a job at Target, which was like paying me less than working at the market research company. But I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here and just get a job. I was like, because they're going to get caught up soon. And like, so I got out, took a job at Target for a minute, like for like a month, then went over to started working at Starbucks after that. But so I worked at Target for like a month and then Starbucks for like 2 months. And I think on like my second month of working at Starbucks, my old boss just calls me one day and she's like, hey, like they caught us. Like I wasn't on any of it. Like she got hit for it. So what happened is they were like, they had a video camera that they like sent to us that they needed us to set up. And my boss just kept unplugging it and being like, I don't know why it's not working. You know, like should unplug the video camera in the office so they couldn't see what was going on. And one day they just randomly sent like one of the people, the higher ups to the office and didn't warn anybody. And they showed up and found everything. And like she got so lucky they didn't press charges. They found thousands of dollars of fraud on her. And like they didn't press charges, but like she was there for years and they refused to give her any recommendation. It was super hard for her to get a job after that. But like she's got a job now, everything's fine now, and she got incredibly lucky. Her and the assistant manager there both got caught. And like they both could have got major fraud charges pressed against them. And the company was just like, we don't want to do it.
Where does the edibles come into the story?
So, we used to smoke mad weed. So, anyways, I was working for that company.
You were while you guys were committing massive fraud, you guys were.
Here's the story.
In the office?
So, I got to go on a couple work trips for that. We went to go, me and her son, who also like he worked for the company. He didn't really work there on a day-to-day basis. He would just go on these trips with me. If I had to go out of town, she'd send him with me. Like, and like we'd go do the surveys. And like, so like, and then at night, him and I would just go get fucked up drunk or whatever, wherever we were. Like, we had one that we did in Alabama, in Huntsville, Alabama, which is actually like a pretty hip part of Alabama. It's the most hip part of it because NASA's based there and shit. It's a pretty cool spot, actually.
Sounds
so
right.
I had the best barbecue I've ever had in my life in Huntsville, Alabama, at this little fucking shack in the middle of cornfields, dude. It was the dopest fucking barbecue I've ever had. Like I picked up the
sounds about right.
Dude, I picked up the rib bone and the meat just slid off of it.
Nice.
Got to my plate. I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Like it was so good.
You know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, amazing. But before we headed out, we were like she drove us to the airport, me and my old friend Michael. She drove us there, my old boss, and we were just ripping fucking like blunts and joints on the way there, on the way to the airport, you know, just smoking on the way there. And then like before I get out, I fucking like she offers me like some edibles. I think I took like 80 milligrams of the ones she offered me, and then I ate probably like 100 of the ones I ate of like that I had, or maybe a little more. I was on like 200 milligrams of edibles, like multiple joints, and like then I went and like it all hit me when we were right about to take off. Like the engines are starting up, like you know, like when they're powering on, like all of a sudden my head's like, like, I'm like freaking out, dude. And then I'm like in my head, I remember being like, because I have epilepsy, and like for some reason in my head, I just start panicking. I was like, I'm gonna have a seizure on this plane. I'm gonna have a seizure, and then they're not gonna be able to do anything. I can't go on the trip. The trip is gonna get canceled. My work's gonna be mad at me. The bosses, the higher ups are gonna be pissed. They're gonna fire me because I'm high on the plane. They'll find out. So,
Yeah.
like, I start panicking.
How much did you take?
And then I'm like, all right, dude, you just need to go to sleep. Go to sleep and you'll be fine. And like I just go to sleep and then I wake up at our layover in Atlanta and like literally like pass out the whole time and wake up in Atlanta like at the layover.
Kyle.
Dude, it was like I remember just being in a complete panic,
Worked
thinking I was gonna
yourself up into a
die
panic
and have
attack.
seizures. Like I was like, I'm gonna have seizures and I'm gonna die on this plane, and then they're gonna find out there's weed in my system and I'm gonna get in trouble, and then I'm gonna get fired from my job. I was like, and then this whole work trip is gonna be canceled and it's gonna fuck over everything. Like, just I was like, I'm gonna have a seizure. I'm gonna have a seizure. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Wow.
I was like, just go to sleep. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, and then just passed out as the plane's taking off, and then just wake up like,
Yeah,
my friend's like, hey dude, we're in Atlanta.
I never panic when I'm on that much edibles. I'm usually just like,
oh, dude, I don't usually, but I think I took a lot of sativa from her or something. Like, I think her edibles were sativa edibles or something, man. And like, she only smoked sativa too, and I only do indica because I like sativa doesn't sit well with me, like because I have some anxiety and ADHD already, so I've always stuck to indica.
Mhm.
And so I think I took a lot of sativa and just got on that plane, and like I was just really in my head. I've never panicked on edibles outside of that one time, and I really remember it like vividly, man. Just like thinking I was gonna have a seizure and die, and like
Jesus.
yeah, it was fucking scary.
I don't
dude.
like. I would never get high before going on a plane. That seems like too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't anymore either, Jake. But I learned my lesson.
Planes. Planes are for drinking, dude.
I'll take a few hits before I get on a plane, you know, like
Nah.
before I go in an airport to relax or something, you know. I don't mind that. I like
That's
to
why
relax, but
that's
like,
why there's bars at an airport so people can get
no.
drunk
Yeah,
and
because some people relax that way.
themselves. Well, it's also so like if you're hammered, dude, and this plane starts going down, you're gonna care less.
Same with weed.
Nah, the weed, you're gonna panic, dude. You're gonna
Maybe
panic.
you, not me, dude.
You're drunk, you're just gonna be like, hell yeah, dude, fucking finally, dude. My
I
bitch
think
wife's at home, fuck her.
I think I'm the opposite. I think on alcohol I would start panicking, and on weed I would just be like, well, it's fucking over, man. So I think like that on alcohol I'd be like, oh fuck, it's fucking over. Like I'd be more aware in a way. Like with weed, I'd just be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take mushrooms next time I go to the airport, dude. See how that goes.
Yeah, but I
Too
don't
many
recommend.
people just do weed or I'm gonna go to the airport on Molly. I'll
Yeah.
just be rolling on fucking MDMA, dude.
It'd
It'd be
wild.
fun. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Get,
You wouldn't be the first.
Getting handsy in the middle seat, dude, on the plane. I fucking love you guys so much.
Just fucking listening to Diplo in your headphones.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
You're just sitting at the window seat, just fucking fist pumping, like, to
Yeah.
EDM music.
Also, like the littlest shit on planes, like blows my mind. Like I was watching live TV. I was watching Sports Center on the plane, like in the sky, and I'm like, this is fucking nuts, dude. It was blowing my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
It's still
yeah,
crazy to me that we can get Wi-Fi on a plane.
Man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's pretty nuts, dude.
Is it?
I'm up there playing old school RuneScape. That's, dude, the kid in
I
me.
feel like it makes more sense because we're closer to the satellites.
I mean, I'm not a scientist or nothing, but
Neither am
yeah,
I, dude.
that kind of makes a lot of sense, dude.
Yeah. You know
Kinda
what I
make a
mean?
lot-
I
But we're
feel like you
moving
get
at
better
such a
signal.
fucking high velocity that it's like, how could the connection keep? That's what's crazy to me.
I feel like you'd get better signal in the sky than you would on the ground, if anything.
I don't think no, because if you have you used Wi-Fi on a plane, it's
Yeah,
not
it
it's not
sucks.
great. It's
No,
not
I
great.
know. I'm saying, but logically, it
It's good
seems
enough
to
to
make more
play. It's
sense.
good enough to play old school RuneScape, but it's not
Yeah.
great.
My dumb logic from that extra semester of high school I did tells me that it should work better in the sky. All right. If I know anything about Wi-Fi, Jake, which I don't, I think it should work better in the sky. So that's just my theory. You're closer to the satellites, closer to
I like
God,
flying.
man.
Do you like flying?
God
Because
created
I like
Wi-Fi.
flying.
Yeah, I like flying. I
Yeah.
think
I don't like
people
the airport, but I like flying. I hate going through TSA. That shit's super fucking annoying, but
I think
I
the
do
people
like
that don't
flying.
like flying are the people who have to fly all the time and don't get a choice in it. You know what I mean? Like comedians who are on the road
Yeah.
every single weekend, I think that's when you start to not like flying anymore.
Sure. I bet.
Yeah. When you got to go to a lot of shitty airports and stuff, you know what I mean? And you're getting
Yeah.
layovers on a more regular basis. When you're dealing with more of the struggles of an airport on a regular basis, you're probably more fed up with it. I think that's why you hear so many comedians shitting on it. But like up and coming comedians, I think like, features and MCs and stuff who don't travel as much, when I talk to them, tend to like flying. It almost
Yeah.
feels like a
Well, it's
special thing.
exciting.
Because
It's
we feel like,
exciting.
yeah, we're road comics at this
Yeah,
point.
we
You know what
feel
I mean? Like
big
we're
time.
driving most of the time.
Yeah, flying back into Michigan to do 2 club weekends, I felt like Mr. Big Shot, dude. I was like, "Nice, dude. I'm working.
Yeah.
Out here working, dude."
Yeah. I love flying, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
I get to fly to Boston in January. So
Nice.
pretty
For
stoked on
what?
that.
What are you doing in Boston?
I'm gonna be there for the Boston Comedy Awards. At
Oh,
Laugh
yeah.
Boston. My bosses also want me to come check out their main club out there, and then I'm probably gonna do some spots. So
Nice. Hell yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Eddie Ift is there on Friday, and I'm going to try pop and do a guest spot at Laugh Boston. I believe I should get one. And then Thursday night after the Boston Comedy Awards, they have their open mic at Laugh Boston, which I should go up at too. I'm going to hit up some of my peeps out there and see if I can get something for a late night Friday. Because Friday, there's only one show at Laugh Boston. So I'm like, maybe if I could find a 10 o'clock show or something, I might try and go hit another show or another mic out there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
Boston's
going
tight. I've
to.
heard.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna
I'm
eat some
going
good
there in
food.
March, which will be tight.
I'm gonna eat a real Boston cream pie. The
Yeah.
original one. I
Okay.
found out the place that created them in Boston, and I'm gonna go there and get that one.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that. But
Boston
yeah,
cream
man,
pies.
Boston cream. I
I
said
love
that
a
to my
Boston.
wife. It's so hard to say
Fucking
anything.
Boston cream pie.
Dude, I said it to my wife. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a Boston cream pie." And she's like, "What is that? Like something you do with a hooker out there?" So I was like, "No." She's like, "You go buy a hooker and give her a Boston cream pie." I was like, "No."
It does sound
I was like,
gross.
"Yeah." I was like,
It does
I was like,
sound
"Dude," I was like,
kinda
"Boston
gross.
cream pies existed before cream pies were a thing." You know what I
Well,
mean?
what
Like,
exactly is that? It's
well,
a
dude,
food, but it's just a cream pie?
it's got like cream in the middle of it, and it's like sort of cakey and stuff. It's more of like a cake with like cream in it and stuff. Have you ever had a Boston cream donut?
Yeah.
It's modeled after a Boston cream pie.
Okay.
So like that filling is also inside the pie, but it's sort of cakeish. They call it a pie, but it's more of a cake, with that filling on the inside. And then
Interesting.
yeah, I haven't tried like an official Boston cream pie from like Boston. Like the original one. I'll let you know. Give you my review.
Okay,
But
yeah.
so
I
but
definitely
that
we need that's what
existed.
the world needs, dude. We need a
Cream
Kyle Forsyth cream pie review.
cream pies
You should
existed
just stop
before it
doing the
became a sex
podcast and
thing.
start a YouTube channel where you review all the different kinds of cream pies.
Yeah, just we'll start with the dirty one and then work our way backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think that is the problem with eating any type of cream pie at this point is you have to say cream pie, and that's associated with Pornhub at this point. So, like,
Yeah, it's kind of bad. That's how bad we are as a society now. That
yeah,
if you can't even say cream pie without somebody going,
yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's what people think of. You say Boston cream pie, and then people are like, "Oh, okay."
yeah,
Like that's what it is. It's ridiculous
yeah,
that that's where we are as a society, but
yeah, dude. And people are watching too much porn. I gotta say.
way too much, man.
I think people are watching too much.
I don't know, man, or not enough, depending who you are.
Or not enough? Who's watching not enough?
I don't know, man.
I don't think anybody needs to be watching it at all, really.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
it really is a strange concept.
We need to
Because
get
it's
these
only
kids watching more porn.
it's
That's what
only
we
because
need.
pornography's only been around for really about like 50 years. And humans have been around for so much longer than that. And it's such a strange thing because I'm like, it's we really just now are getting the long-term effects of what that shit's doing to people's brains. And that shit is way worse for you than like smoking copious amounts of weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Bad.
it'll fuck you up.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah,
It'll
dude.
fuck you up.
It'll fuck you up, dude.
It is funny that like people get so deep into it that like their porn addictions are like ruining their lives. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, we have a
That's
comedian
crazy.
friend. I will not name him because a lot of comics know him, and I don't know how many people know about this, but he opened up to me and some other comics like a few years back. This is pre-pandemic. He talked to me about this. But he had a pretty bad porn addiction where he was watching like 8 hours a day.
Whoa.
Yes, and it's not a guy you would expect it to be. It's just not. It's like a not the dude you would think it would be because it's like a dude who's like pretty handsome and like usually has had a significant other at times. You're not gonna guess it, and even if you did, I wouldn't tell you yes on the podcast because I'm not gonna put his business out there like that.
Well,
But I
no,
will
I'm
say,
probably gonna cut this.
he told me he was watching 8 hours of porn a day. He's like, dude, he's like, I would just scroll through from video to video. He's like, I was just watching it like leisurely. Like, he's like, just like not even like jerking off all the time, just watching porn. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, it was
See,
just
that's
what I
so
would
crazy to me. It's like if you're not jacking it, dude, why would the world like watching it casually like it's like anime?
do. Well, it's not like he was doing that. He's like, I was like still like
New
searching
video
through
just
it and stuff.
dropped.
He's like, I was watching like 8 hours a day. He's like, I'd be like searching through videos and stuff, just going from video to video, like watching with different ones and stuff. He's like, and then like, he's like, I jerk off multiple times a day. He's like, but then, he's like, 8 hours of porn. He's like, and I would spend so much time just searching for a video I wanted to like jerk off to. Like, he's like, so I was spending 8 hours a day. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. What's that Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie where he's like super addicted to porn and he describes that where you're just like
Don Pablo or Don Juan or something like that.
Don
or
Juan, that's
something.
what it's.
Yeah,
Don
Juan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he's like talking about that. He's like, you're searching for a video, the perfect video for like 45 minutes, and I'm like, Jesus, dude. I'm
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm knocking this out in like 15 minutes or less, dude.
Yeah.
And
Same
also, like,
I'm doing it. Yeah, 15 minutes or
I'm
less.
always disgusted by myself. As soon as I come, I'm like, turn that
Always.
shit off.
Yeah.
Turn this. You guys are disgusting.
Every time I
Get it out of my face.
Every time I'm done, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I didn't need to
Yeah.
do that. I was like, that wasn't a
It's
good use of my
truly
time.
gross. And then I'm all it's like I gotta mute the fucking because I'm like, shut up, lady. So I'm like,
Okay.
stop.
Whoa.
Dude.
Right.
Not like that. Just like I'm just like, please stop being dirty over here. It's really,
Jake can take 15
I'm
minutes
ashamed,
of women.
dude.
Jake can take 15 minutes of women talking, and it's got to be in porn.
They're not talking.
he's like, I can take 15 minutes of women making noise, and then I got to cut it out, and also they got to be getting fucked while they're making noise, or else I'm not listening, dude.
That's not how I meant it. Shut up, Kyle.
It's how it sounded.
Shut up, dude.
It's how it sounded.
Well, there's also a fucking guy in my ear being like, "Oh, fucking, you like that?" That's gross too. I'm like, ew, dude, turn this whole thing off. I'm disgusted with myself.
Yeah,
dude. Why would I do that?
Yeah. All right, let's get off porn.
I'm about to start jack.
This
I'm
is
about to
enough
start
porn
using
talk,
my
dude.
imagination to jack it again, dude.
We got to get off
Going
the porn
back to
talk
the
here.
imagination. Like that SpongeBob episode, imagination.
Yeah, dude, Jeffrey Asmus was talking about that on his set or whatever. Like Jeffrey Asmus headlined The Independent last weekend, and he was talking about it in his set, like how like he doesn't watch porn at all. He literally jerks off to his imagination.
Yeah, it sounds nice, dude.
That's real.
Sounds nice.
That's wild.
I mean, that's better than being into porn. Porn is gross,
it's
dude.
so much better.
Yeah,
but it's like it's crazy. Like as I don't know.
I also feel like I could probably do that. I feel like I have enough in my memory that to go off of that. It's like I probably don't need to watch porn. You know what I mean? I think I could probably get there without it.
Yeah. We should probably talk about music. This is enough of that porn talk, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay. Well, yeah, Tommy Lee got accused of sexual assault, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about on like another episode like the gross shit they did or whatever?
Yeah, well, I'm like blown away that every person in Motley Crue is not in prison.
Yeah.
Like, how are all those guys not in jail?
I have no idea, man. Yeah, they
It's
did some like
truly
wild
an
shit.
anomaly, man. Like the shit that rich and famous people get away with. Also, like, how did Motley Crue skirt by the Me Too movement? I feel like they
I
didn't
don't
get called
know.
out once during
I
that
think
whole entire fucking shit, dude.
they weren't really popping at that time, I think. So,
Yeah, they didn't need to be. They
but
still
yeah,
have committed
that's
some
true.
heinous acts.
Bill Cosby got outed, so hey, why not
Yeah,
Motley Crue? Yeah, I don't know. I think like
yeah.
Motley Crue
And
put it
Motley Crue's
very
not even funny.
yeah, I think like Motley Crue put it at like the forefront of who they are for so many years though.
They
That
were
like
openly dirtbags, yeah.
yeah, they literally had a book
They
called
got
The
ahead of
Dirt.
it. I was gonna say with the dirt came out way before that, so they kind of got ahead of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, look at what we did.
And
Like,
everybody
and
was
it's like,
like, "That's pretty funny and interesting."
and a bunch of
Everybody
dudes,
until it wasn't cool
dude,
to
a bunch
act
of dudes read the book and were like, that's fucking sick, bro.
sick.
Like, yeah, like
Oh
literally.
man, oh, I gotta start playing bass. I gotta start playing bass, dude. Being a rock star is just like that in the 2010s. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Um,
It sucks, dude. It
it's
sucks that
pretty crazy.
yeah.
It sounds like this whole thing happened in a fucking helicopter too, which is even weirder.
Excuse me? Who's trying to like get their dick sucked in a helicopter? What's wrong with you,
Tommy
dude?
Lee, dude, that's the guy who would do it if anybody.
Yeah, that's weird behavior.
But like if anybody would try and get their dick sucked in a helicopter, it's Tommy Lee.
Or like fucking in a helicopter. Like any type of motion is gonna like, you know what I mean? A helicopter is like that's such a dangerous vehicle, dude. You don't want to be rocking that thing back and forth, fucking some chick, dude, just because you think you're cool and you're a 55-year-old rock star.
Yeah, dude, sounds like he made her give him a blowy in the cockpit of the, ironically, the
Oh
cockpit
no.
of the helicopter.
Shut up,
Hey,
Kyle.
dude, he really turned it into a cockpit.
Shut up, Kyle.
Yeah, nah, that's bad.
Yeah, shut up, dude.
It is like the irony of it, though. I mean, you can't not say it.
It's not surprising that he did this though, to be
No,
honest
for
with you.
sure. Yeah. Um, yeah. So that's sort of what happened there. It's very on brand for Tommy Lee. You know what I mean? Like if anybody's gonna get out, it's like also like when I read the article title, I was just like, about time, probably. It's about time.
Yeah,
I think.
they're all that house of cards has got to come down, dude. I
Yeah,
bet the only
yeah.
one who doesn't get called out for sexual assault is like Mick Mars, and he's out of the band at this point already too.
Yeah, they're all kind
Wow.
of dirtbags, but it is what it is, man. Anywho,
Yeah.
let's move on to some actual like music. Let's listen to some music, dude. I got a new song from Southpaw FLHC. We've done a couple songs by them before in a couple episodes ago, I think. Talked about their song "Truth Be Told." They also had that fucking like they had a sick breakdown where it's like we're here to it's like you spineless motherfuckers, and you know what I'm talking about, that fucking breakdown.
I think so, yeah.
It's like we're here to take shit back, you spineless motherfuckers, and then it's just like some heavy fucking breakdown. But yeah, it's another song with like a crazy breakdown in it.
They got another crazy call out.
Yeah, another like sick. Oh, this one's got a sick opening in it, honestly. I love a sick like fucking like right at the beginning, dude, like a
Hell
big
yeah, dude.
yeah, fucking bark, you know? Which, you know, they're starting to they did that instead of in fucking Truth Be Told as well. Yeah, they're fucking sick. So Truth Be Told is the other song that we did on here. But I could find the fucking part too. I think it's like 2 minutes in. Yeah, so. Right here. We came to put this in a chokehold, you spineless motherfucker!
You know this tempo
Yeah.
that tempo reminds me of you ever see like the Gent video of the Wolf on Wall Street? I think it's just like
No.
Meshuggah, but like that
Oh,
guy
yes,
when
yes,
he's like
yes. Yeah,
this, it's like that
yeah.
exact tempo when that
Yeah.
guy's just like doing that head movement. It's
Yeah, dude.
that play the song. Play that breakdown again. The call out breakdown. You spineless motherfuckers, that one. Play that again.
Came to put
Please
this shit in a
watch.
chokehold, you spineless motherfuckers.
We came to put this shit in a chokehold, you spineless motherfucker!
Yeah, it's exactly like that. The exact same tempo, dude.
Yeah, dude. I fucking love the
It's
art
that bop,
though,
dude.
man.
You're like, I could just bop to this, dude. Hell yeah.
It's fucking sick, dude. I love a
Yeah.
fucking arf arf arf.
Hell
It's
yeah,
sick
dude.
as hell, man. Yeah, they're
We gotta
dope,
start.
dude.
We gotta start a band.
Yeah, just do
Yeah, we
dog
gotta
barks
start a
and shit.
band, dude.
Yeah,
I do want to make. We gotta drop a heavy song, me and you.
yeah, dude. This fucking and then so I found another. I was scrolling through like articles about like about music and shit, you know, about new music, and I found some band called Ghoul. And they have their fucking face masks are like burlap sacks. They look like the one dude from The Strangers. You ever see The Strangers?
Yeah, I love that movie. That movie.
So
fucking
do I. That
rips.
movie rips. I love it.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because you were home. That's the
Ooh.
sickest, darkest
Ooh.
shit, man.
Oh,
That
I
shit
hate
gives
that.
you chills, dog.
that, dude.
Yeah. Doesn't that
Yeah, that
give you
movie-
fucking? The
Too
first
bad
time I
the
saw it, it
second
gave
one.
me
Too bad the
chills.
second one fucking sucks shit.
I disagree. I think the second
one is not good, dude.
It's not as good, but I think it stylistically looks really cool, especially that final scene.
I mean,
in
yeah,
the
it's got
pool
cool
with all
shots,
the neon
but
and shit.
Plot wise, it sucks shit.
Yes, but yeah, you are correct. I agree with you there. It's not great in plot, but I think the visuals of it make up for some of the lack of story that make it fun for me to watch.
It's a 6.5 out of 10 for me, dude.
I would give it a 7.5, but
Okay,
it's
that's
I think
pretty high. That's pretty high.
it's based on 7.5 maybe. It's based a lot on visuals for me with that one. Like I think it's just like I really love that scene with like all the neon lights and everything around the pool at the end.
It's just
That
one of those
final
movies that
scene-
really didn't need a sequel.
Yeah, that final scene though is just really fucking cool. I think they're making a third one actually now, which funny.
Of course they are, dude. Hollywood has no fucking backbone or ideas.
Yeah. So these dudes are basically wearing it looks like the mask that dude wears, like the burlap sack mask or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? And but it looks like they have like blood coming from their mouth. They all sort of have blood around their like fake blood around their mouth or whatever. And they're called Ghoul.
Sick.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like the song, but the voice.
No, we played a little bit of it. Yeah, play it. They're a bad band. Oh yeah. See, I don't mind the riffs. Like this is fine.
It's the vocals that suck. I hate bands that sound like like sounds like they're just gargling spit basically.
They sound
you know
like
what I mean?
they sound like the crazy kid from the Wild Thornberrys, Donnie.
Oh yeah, Flea.
Yeah, yeah.
That's voiced by Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know that, right?
No.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that, but that's awesome.
Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
What?
Yeah, that's pretty well-known info, dude.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. All those like that kid or whatever from Wild Thornberrys, voiced by Flea.
Well, that's what the vocalist of the band sounds like. Play it.
He sounds like Flea on Wild Thornberries. Here, oh.
Tell me you can't picture this guy running through a jungle right now.
Oh, for sure. Here, we're gonna do a little comparison here. Yeah, he definitely does sound like Donnie from Wild Thornberries.
When he's doing the high vocals, he's got those guttural lows. He's got some decent guttural lows. I didn't think those sounded too bad.
Yeah, so
Dude, put a breakdown over that? Put some down-tuned guitars over that. It sounds you have the same band.
Isn't it thrilling, Donny?
Yeah. Let's see.
Have you ever seen the Ollie Sykes SpongeBob video?
System of a Donny, Thornberry Suey.
What the fuck?
Dude, this is on YouTube. It's a 21 second.
All right, this is turn that off, dude.
That's amazing.
I didn't think it was that funny, dude.
That's great, dude. That's so funny. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to play it again. Oh,
I didn't
that's
think it was
funny.
that funny, dude.
I love it. That's awesome.
I didn't like it.
That's sick, dude. I just typed in Donnie Wild Thornberry's metal into YouTube and that came up.
Have you ever seen the Ollie Sykes SpongeBob video?
Oh.
Just type in Ollie Sykes SpongeBob. That's a classic.
Oliver Syke Pants?
Yeah, I think so.
Emo
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Oliver Sykes is SpongeBob confirmed?
Not a chill mode. This is a real world. Domesticated.
Yeah, okay. I see
Hey,
that.
does it play the SpongeBob thing after?
Yeah.
This is a real world. Domesticated.
Yeah. That's SpongeBob at the end.
Well, there's like a...
This is Oliver Sykes. Okay. And then here's where it goes to SpongeBob. Right. No, that's Oliver Sykes. And then here's SpongeBob. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That is his real scream. Did they just like edit it over
really?
SpongeBob? Because like
Yeah,
there's
they
like
put
a
SpongeBob over it.
there's a different. Yeah, that's his real. That's his real scream.
Yeah.
There used to be like a different edit though. I don't know. Fucking internet, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. That's funny. But yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. That's quality.
Yeah, you really like the Wild Thornberries thing, huh?
I really loved Wild Thornberries. That System of a Down, dude.
Yeah,
that's
seemed
a
like
gym, dude. That's a fucking gym.
I still can't believe that's Flea. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking, I've been listening to some old Red Hot Chili Peppers recently, just going back on it. Truly great stuff, honestly.
Yeah.
Some of it's like
some of it's
fucking
great.
amazing, dude.
I like Red Hot Chili Peppers. People shit on them. I dig it.
People shit on them, dude, but they got some fucking amazing songs.
Yeah. Did you see Sleep Token release their new masks this week? Did you see them?
I did not.
I got the link in our notes. Check it out, dude. Look at him. Kind of looks mushroom headish.
That's what Sleep Token sounds like to me. That's what Sleep Token sounds like, dude.
Dude, their drummer
Heavy bends.
You gotta watch. So they released their new
sick,
mask this week. Also, their drummer did the first ever interview of any member of Sleep Token this week.
Okay.
No member of Sleep Token has ever done an interview. He did it like fully masked, and they used like a vocoder over his voice, so his voice is unidentifiable, which is funny because the internet really knows who they are already. Like, it's not a secret, but like it is interesting because like their fan base is incredibly respectful of the fact that they want to stay anonymous, unlike Slipknot's or like a lot of other bands of like that wear masks.
Yeah.
Like fans are like real quick to out them. Their fans are like defensive against people who do post their real names, which is interesting. Even though it's out there and like it's very easy to find, there's lots of articles and shit.
The
but, like,
hardcore fans are like, "Hey, cut it out."
If you comment on their shit and like if anybody comments on their shit and like puts like their real names or anything in there, people like their fans get pretty defensive and shitty in the comments. It's interesting. Like, but they did their first. The dude, he just goes by 2. His name is 2. They all are numbered. Besides the lead singer goes by Vessel. Yeah, they're 2, 3, and 4 are the members.
Edgy.
Yeah.
Okay, if we start a band, Kyle, can we just be a mask band?
Fuck yeah,
Can we
dude.
be a masked duo?
You're speaking my language right now, Jake.
Okay. You gotta get a bass.
Yeah, dude. But the interview is
I'll do
really
vocals and
interesting,
everything
actually.
else. You get a bass. You play bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
gotta
you
say,
said you wanted to play bass.
yeah, I do. Well, this interview, I want to talk about it a little bit. It's very interesting because, like, they ask him like who his influences are, and his first two influences he lists, I was like, of fucking course. Do you want to guess who number one was for a masked drummer? Who's his influence?
Who?
Take one guess in the dark.
Joey Jordison?
Goddamn right.
Yeah. I mean,
That
I would
was
imagine.
the number one. Number two
How many
was
masked drummers are there?
Number two was the drummer from Mudvayne that he listed.
Oh yeah, I forgot
But
Mudvayne.
yeah, he listed like the drummer from Mudvayne, and then after that he listed like he's like I also really like speed drummers. Like he mentioned this guy Eric something who's in like a bunch of like death metal and speed metal bands and stuff that I have never heard of. But he's like he listed some other influences, but his top two that he listed were Joey Jordison and Mudvayne's drummer Matt, I think is his name, early on.
Nice.
Which I was like, of course those were your two influences. I was like, yes. Why would they
Yeah.
not be? But it's what I love about watching this guy play, because the interview was done through Drumeo, which like so they also had him do playthroughs of some of Sleep Token's songs, which is really cool to watch. This guy is a precision drummer, dude. He is
Yeah.
a phenomenal fucking drummer. If you
Can
like
we-
watching phenomenal drummer, yeah, I'm gonna
Can we
play a
hear
little
s-
bit in
play
a
a little
second.
bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna play a little bit from the song Chokehold. That they have the drum playthrough of Chokehold that it's in here. But if you watch it, you got to watch it to see the precision that he's drumming with.
Yeah, but
Like-
can he play AC/DC?
I'm sure he can,
Can
yeah.
he play AC/DC?
I
No,
bet
I'm
he
kidding.
can. But he's, dude, like, it's very interesting. Like, somebody commented in the comment section of it, and I completely agree with it. It's like watching him drum is like almost watching somebody, like, just direct an orchestra, where like the way he plays, like it's so precise. No movement is an unnecessary movement. No spinning sticks. None of like the extra frills and thrills of it. It's like everything is very precise with him, and it's like it is like watching an orchestra director in a way. Like when I read that, I was like, yeah, I could see that comparison there for sure. It's just precision
Yeah.
drumming, dude.
Oh,
Like
speaking of drumming and like orchestra shit, I showed when I was visiting my mom, I showed her the movie Whiplash. And every time what's his name? J.K. Simmons. Every time J.K. Simmons was just like being a prick in that movie, she just like fell apart laughing, and she's like, I feel really bad because I'm like laughing. And I'm like, no, that's why everybody loves this movie. We all think that like his scenes are fucking hilarious in this movie. When he's just like calling his student, she's like the Mars bars thing. She was like crying, laughing at that. And she's like, I feel bad. And I'm like, no, this is why everybody loves this movie. Don't feel bad.
yeah, dude, it's sick. Like, but this that's a good movie. It is.
Great
But this
fucking movie.
But yeah, dude, I love these Drumeo videos. We talked about them previously, somewhat recently, about these Drumeo videos, about people listening to songs for the first time. That's not what he did in this one. He's just doing playthroughs and interviews in between some of the playthroughs.
Right.
And it's 53 minutes long, fucking phenomenal. But here's a little bit of the playthrough of Chokehold. Fast forward a little bit.
Pretty tight groove.
Yeah, dude, it's really great groove, man. I love it. And it's he's just so precise with everything he's hitting. It's wild to watch, man. Here, let me play a little bit of another one. I'll play from top. This is the song Vor that he plays like right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, this is his voice. So you can hear a little bit of the fucking. You can hear the vocoder at the beginning. This is him introducing himself and playing a little bit of Vor. At the beginning of the video.
I am 2, and this is an offering from Drumeo.
That's him saying, I am 2, and this is an offering from Drumeo. Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, he's sick. So, what did he have to say in these interviews? Kyle.
Yeah, here. Sorry.
What did they interview him about?
After watching, this is going to be a really special Drumeo live feature because this is the first recorded
Let me
video
get
interview
to the influences part.
So from the drums, you can hear lots of influences just in your playing. You can hear rock, metal, electronic music. How do you apply all of this within your drum parts?
I've always personally taken a lot of inspiration from the UK dance music scene. Listening to the various subgenres of drum and bass specifically allowed me to incorporate stylistic traits from those genres into my vocabulary as a drummer.
It's pretty wild, man. Like it's.
I love that they have the vocoder on him like it's Narcos, dude. Like he's
Yeah.
like he's fucking El Chapo or something. One of El Chapo's hitmen.
Yeah, dude. Honestly. Oh, here's the favorite drummers part.
Doing some pretty nefarious activities on the heroin, with all the heroin trafficking and the murder.
Here's the his favorite drummers part that I was talking about.
Favorite drummers who have influenced your playing over the years?
When I first started playing,
You can hear the British accent coming out.
I, like many others in my generation, were heavily into drummers such as Joey Jordison, Matt from the band Mudvayne, as well as the more extreme speed players such as Derek Roddy.
Yeah, dude. I suggest watching the video, honestly, because, like, just seeing his play style is really fascinating to me. It's so precise.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see a lot of, like, metal drummers that are that precise. I think a lot of them are flashier, you know, or they try to be. They don't really go for, like, being very precision-based. Like, they are, but, like, they don't try and look precision-based. You know what I mean?
I get that.
He has, like, he almost has no flash about it, but that's what makes it sort of special about it.
It's just so in the pocket, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just so good, dude. Yeah. He also uses a weird brand of cymbals I don't think I've seen any other major band really using. All of his cymbals are by a company called Istanbul.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither, dude. But all of his cymbals have that logo on it. It's Istanbul. Weird, right?
That is weird.
Like a major band, and like that's his sponsor. But I guess he just likes their symbols or something, you know? Or maybe they just got Sleep Token early on before they really blew up.
Yeah, maybe.
And then give the contract, wait for the contract to, you know, wear out, and then he'll switch over to Zygian or whatever, or Zygian. However you say it. Zildjian, whatever.
Zildjian.
Yeah, who knows, man? He'll wait for the contract to wear out with Istanbul and then switch. But then
Yeah,
maybe he
not.
goes to this smaller company and he gets more money because he's the biggest person on their fucking roster. You know what I mean? Sometimes it goes that way with like a band. If you're like the biggest band on like a record label's roster, your band gets a little more focus on them because you are the most important band on that roster. In a way, you're making the most money for the label.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
So I think that's sometimes the case. But yeah, their new masks. Did you look at them? Have you seen them? Did you go to the link?
No, hang on.
I will say the drummer too, his new mask looks very Mudvayne. And I thought that before I knew he was a fan of Mudvayne. Or it looks Mudvayne or Mushroom Head. It looks Mushroom Head, sorry. Looks almost like Mushroom Head, his. With like the ponytail coming out the back almost. Do you see it?
I don't see the no, I don't. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hang
on. He's got like some like weird braids ponytail coming out the back of it or something.
Oh yeah, these are sick. These
They're
are
pretty
sick
cool.
fucking masks, dude.
Right? But like doesn't the one with the ponytail kind of look like Mushroom Head?
Yeah.
It's got major
Your
Mushroom
favorite
Head
band?
vibes. No, I fucking hate Mushroom Head, dude.
Your favorite band?
I goddamn hate them. They're so bad.
Yeah.
So terrible. Can't stand that band. I don't think there's a single song they have that I like. And they're not. I mean, like their live show is interesting, but it's also a clear ripoff of Slipknot. Like literally, they have like the extra drummers, like the extra percussionists and everything. Like, it's weird. I told you when I saw them at Incarceration, I saw more Mushroom Head fans than I've ever seen in my life. But it's because they're from Ohio.
Yeah, they stink.
They suck. Yeah, man. I don't know. Anywho, on masked bands, if we're sticking on the masked band topic, Clown finally spoke out about the Jay Weinberg situation and Slipknot, about them kicking him out. And I think it's very much in the vein of
straight up like, yeah, we fucking fired him.
Yeah, dude, he goes, as far as Jay goes, what people need to know is Jay did not leave the band. And what I want to say is that we're moving on.
Dude,
like
hit
the
him with
statement
the
said,
fucking Vince McMahon, you're fine.
We're choosing to do something different. This space that we're at right now is a very, very special space, thought about and generated mostly by the OGs, meaning Sean Crahan, Corey Taylor, Mick Thompson, Sid Wilson, and Jim Root.
Guys, we're in a
That's what
very
that
special place right now where the OGs can finally cash in and actually start making millions off this.
We're
we want sick
raises.
of splitting it 9 ways. Fuck that shit, dude.
Jay was in the band for almost 10 years.
5 OGs and 4 hired guns now. We're paying them minimum wage.
Yeah, for real. Like, I think that's literally what's happening. It's like Jay was about to be at 10 years, and then so they knew they were going to have to re-up some contracts probably, or he was going to ask for a raise, I'm assuming, because he's becoming a more integral part of that band. And, like, the fan base was really starting to take to Jay and really love Jay. Like, he was starting to become, like, one of the most popular members. Dude. Well, him and Corey Taylor became the most 2 popular members, and like I think that bothers Sean Crahan. Like he literally, Jay Weinberg was getting the most press besides Corey Taylor. You know,
well, he's a ridiculous drummer. He's so good.
What is this?
Help clean your engine. So
God damn it, Kyle! Are you kidding me?
It's an ad, dude. It just gave me an ad and it started playing. Sorry, but yeah, I think it is literally a money thing, and it's very much like we don't want to share the spotlight. You know, like I think Jay knew he was getting big, and like he probably his worth was going up.
Yeah, probably.
And like so they're replacing him. Also, like I said, I thought they were going into a new album cycle, and I was fucking correct. So Slipknot will release "Look Outside Your Window" in 2024 for real this time. That's an article. So they recorded 2 albums in 2008, Look Outside Your Window, and also All Hope Is Gone. And I guess
Look Outside the old album.
Look Outside Your Window features vocalist Corey Taylor, guitarist Jim Root, percussionist Sean Crahan, and DJ Sid Wilson, and have been described as a massive departure from the band's usually aggressive sound. Sounds like they wanted to release an album and not split any of the profits with Jay. And they've been sitting on an album to release.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, man. So they've been sitting on an album, and I guess the reason they're finally releasing it, what they say is, the art's been done, it's been mixed, it's been mastered, it's definitely coming out in 2024, and it's such a great album. And it's basically, So one of the reasons it hasn't come out is because Clown said that Corey Taylor keeps putting out so much stuff on a regular basis. He goes, one of the reasons it hasn't come out is because he told Corey Taylor, it's because you keep putting shit out, which keeps conflicting with when I want to release it. I was like, fuck, dude, why didn't you tell me? He says, fuck, Taylor, you just got too much shit. And so Corey Taylor's releasing too much shit, and like he was just trying to release it off of Corey Taylor's schedule or whatever, so it didn't clash, I guess, or some bullshit.
I don't think anybody cares about it clashing.
No, I don't think so, besides Clown, and I think really they held on to it because they weren't confident in it, and also, money.
Yeah. I bet it's, I mean, the fact that they held on to it. Is Joey Jordison on the album?
No, it's 2008, dude. 2008?
All Hope Is Gone,
Maybe.
He was on that.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, so I don't think so. It says it features vocalist Corey Taylor, guitarist Jim Root, percussionist Sean Crahan, and DJ Sid Wilson, and has been described as a massive departure from the band's usually aggressive sound. So It doesn't say Joey Jordison. He's not credited.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's on it then. Interesting.
I'm guessing it's more electronic based, like slower shit.
Sucks.
It's gonna suck. Yeah, it's gonna be like their slow shit.
I've never even heard Corey Taylor's solo music. Can you play something?
Oh god.
Off his solo
really?
music?
Do I have to?
Yeah, because it's gonna be funny. I hope.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it'll just make me cringe. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna get sushi after this, dude.
Let's see the top song by CMFT, Corey motherfucking Taylor.
Dude, that's the most badass fucking band name. I don't care what anybody says.
It's called Black Eyes Blue. Can I say the beginning of that? Sounds like the beginning of The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars.
Play it again.
What if I wanted to fight? Laugh it all up in your face. What would you do? Oh! Like, the beginning of it, it sounds just like the beginning of The Kill.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, like that sounds just like the beginning of The Kill.
Just play the song, Kyle.
Right, sorry. Fucking dad rock, dude.
I stood alone in Trafalgar Square. I looked around, I didn't see you there. Before they closed the roads, I made it down to hide. I just need you now.
Let's skip to the chorus.
Make my black eyes blue. I'm all for you. Behind the trees in front of Golden Gate.
That riff sucks.
I mean, the whole song is just very corny. It's just like...
But that riff is horrible.
Yeah, keep playing it.
It's like, it's garbage. That sounds like a riff that a high school band writes.
Yeah, it's just old, like, recycled corny rock riffs, dude. It's nothing special.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it at all.
Not a fan either, dude. Fuck Corey Taylor, man.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck Slipknot at this point, dude, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm going out on a limb here. I'm saying
yeah.
Fuck Slipknot, man.
I'm always going to be a fan, but I'm not going to be a fan of what's happening. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, I'm a fan of the old music. I'm not actively keeping up with the new shit.
I like I like the old stuff, yeah.
I don't like the Slipknot politics and shit that they got going on in the band and everything, and the all of the hierarchy of members.
They're never gonna put out.
Bullshit,
they're never gonna put out another Iowa, so fuck them,
they're
dude.
All right, well, yeah, that I was. For me, it's they will never put out another Subliminal Verses Volume 3. That was the album for me that got me hooked on them.
Sure.
Iowa's great.
Great album, also.
Iowa's great, but what got me into them was Volume 3, Subliminal Verses. So that's what sold me on them, with like Before I Forget and stuff like that. The hits, the big hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But in any note, we should wrap up. All right, that's plenty of podcasting, dude. Yeah.
Where are we at?
We got to be at an hour.
Let's do another hour, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do another hour, baby. Give the people what they want.
I don't know if that's what the people
3
want.
hour of podcasting, dude.
We're not Rogan here, dude.
It's
Can't be giving hours and
the
hours.
space isn't saturated enough. We need to start recording 3-hour episodes.
Yeah. But all right, man. It's been fun. Thank you, everybody. Anybody who listened. Follow us on social media at Unless You Live Hardcore. We're releasing clips there, or follow us on our individual platform or on our individual handles. You can see the clips on there too. I'm at I am Kyle Forsyth. The podcast is at Unless You Live Hardcore. If you're in the area, come check out the Detroit House of Comedy.
What's going on
Jake,
upstairs? I'm like hearing my roommate like yelling about some stuff.
what do you got to plug?
You can follow me at Comic Jake Ford. Yeah, just follow the pod, dude. We're gonna be putting out blasting some clips in the near future.
Yep.
On the social media. And you know, if you follow us on social media, fucking like and share that shit, dude. Comments.
Yeah, do that.
Tickle
It helps.
the algorithm.
It helps a lot.
Give the algorithm a little tickle, dude.
Give us a little share. Drop a comment. Comments
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
Comments and shares help the most. So do that. We love a like, but a comment really helps push it.
Right. Hell yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
That's gonna be it, baby.
Check in again with us next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.